Hi students, it's Miss D. Yesterday on Monday, we had no school because we were honoring Martin Luther King Jr. Day. As most of you know, Martin Luther King Jr. was an extremely influential and important person in this country. He was a humanitarian, an activist, a preacher, and an incredible person who fought for equal rights. Today, I want to honor Martin Luther King in our art project, so I will be showing you how to draw a very realistic but simple drawing of Martin Luther King Jr. Next week, we will finish this drawing, but this week we're going to start together. While you're drawing this picture, please think about who Martin Luther King is and his impact on this world. Next week, we're going to talk about what you would like your impact to be on this world. So as most of you know, Martin Luther King Jr. said, "I have a dream." So while you're drawing, think about what your dream is for the future. How do you want our world to improve, and how do you want to make an impact yourself? Please follow along with my video, and when you are all finished, please send me a picture of your artwork. Good luck. For this lesson, you will need a piece of white paper, a pencil, and a Sharpie or black marker. Please try to avoid using lined paper that you use for writing, and try your best to get a blank white piece of paper. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to start with the top of Martin Luther King's head. So right at the top of your paper, leaving a little bit of space, you're going to do a half circle, or kind of just like a curved line. You want to leave a little bit of space on either side so we have room for the ears. I'm just going to bring this down a little bit on both sides. Same thing here. And notice how I'm sketching my lines. I'm going lightly and back and forth instead of just drawing in one stroke. I like to sketch because I feel that helps me to get the shapes correct, and it looks a little better that way. So after I bring these lines down just a bit on both sides, I'm going to draw the ears. For the ears, you're just going to do a shape like this, kind of like a half of an oval. Same thing on the other side. And it doesn't have to look just like mine. Please do not worry about getting this perfect. This project is about honoring Martin Luther King Jr. It's not about perfection. It's not about having it look absolutely perfect. It's just a practice and a way to honor this incredible person. After you do the ears, you are going to do the bottom of the head. So MLK has more of a rounded face. So I'm going to start a little bit above the ear like this, and I'm going to just curve out a little bit, making sure I don't go all the way towards the bottom. Once I do one curved line, I'm going to do it on the other side. Just round it a bit, and I'm going to meet that down there. The reason I want to make sure I leave some, I'm just going to do the chin here. The reason why I want to leave space down here is for his suit. So MLK often has a suit on, and I'm going to show you how to draw that here. So I'm going to do a upside down triangle, kind of like this. And I'm just going to go all the way to the bottom of my paper. And then on either side of that triangle, I'm going to do kind of like a sideways M shape and bring that down. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, a sideways M, and I bring that down. This is going to be where the shoulders go on either side. So I'm just going to take one side and I'm going to kind of bring that all the way to the edge of my paper. Same thing over here. Then he often wears a tie in a lot of photos you see of him. So right here, I'm going to do kind of like another M shape, like or a W, like that. And then to do his tie, I'm just going to do 2 lines down, close that one up, and then some lines that go down like that to make it look like he has a tie on. Now, I did this all in pencil, and before we get into those detail of the face, I'm going to have you just take your Sharpie and kind of go over everything. So just outline your entire picture. just like I did before, you can also sketch this. It doesn't have to be drawn in one stroke. I kind of like the effect of sketching it, but after you drew it and you like the shape, if you would like, you can do it in just one stroke. Alright, now that you have that drawn with your Sharpie marker, you're going to go back to your pencil and start doing the details inside the face. So first, we are going to start with MLK's hairline. So up here, towards the top of the head, just a couple inches down, maybe 1 or 2 inches down, I'm going to do a curved line like this. I'm going to curve that up just a little bit, and then back down to the ear where I'm going to close it with a point, like that. Same thing on this side, I'm just going to curve it up a bit, not too much. Bring that down, go to about here, and then bring that back up towards the ear with a little bit of a point. Remember, another reminder, yours does not have to look just like mine. Right at the top of the ear, around here, I'm going to do a curved line. This is going to turn into my eyebrow. Then same thing on this side, a curved line, making sure it has a little bit of space in between. And then I'm going to start right here, and I'm going to do another curved line like that, where it points on the end and goes like that. We're going to go into the details later, so don't worry too much about that now. Underneath each eyebrow, I'm going to do a curved line for the top of the eye, just around that size. And then I'm going to sketch the bottom of the eye. Remember from other lessons, our eyes are in the shape of a lemon or an almond. So do not draw your eye as an oval or a circle. Make sure you have 2 pointed edges. So before I do the bottom of the eye, actually, I'm going to do the circles inside my eye. That might help you to get the right shape. I'm going to have this drawing be looking to the side. So I'm going to draw the circle right around here, kind of towards the edge of my picture. I'm sketching it to make sure I get that size right. I can always erase any mistakes later on. And then underneath that, I'm going to do the bottom of my eye, making sure I keep that lemon or almond shape. I'm going to do a little circle of light inside that eye right there. And he has dark brown eyes, so I'm just going to shade that whole eye in for now. Now for the nose, just like we use the top of the ear to guide us for the eyebrows, we're going to go to the bottom of the ear to guide us for the nose. Do an imaginary line from the bottom of the ear to underneath one of the eyes, and you're going to do a curved line, just like that. Same thing over here, making sure you're around the bottom of the ear. You're going to do a curved line like that for the side of the nostrils, and then you're going to draw a curved line like this on both sides for the inside of the nostrils, and then if you would like, you could just do a little slope right there, really lightly. After you get that shape, you're going to do the mouth. So for his mouth, an easy way to get this started is to just kind of do another shape like the eye, but a bit bigger. So kind of like a large lemon shape, or the shape of a football or an almond, around this size. Making sure you have a bit of space in between the nose and the mouth. And remember, we're still using our pencil here. Underneath this, I'm going to do a line right through the middle. I'm going to slope down a bit when I get to the middle and back to the corner. So that's to separate his two lips. Then I'm going to do a V right here just to make that shape a little bit more realistic. I just did a V and then I curved that back in and just underline all of that. Now, something that really makes Martin Luther King look like Martin Luther King is his pencil mustache. So a pencil mustache is a very thin mustache. So I'm going to start it with just a line that is curved, just like his lip. And then I'm going to go in and just add a little bit of hair as details. He had a very thin mustache, and this helps you really know that it's him that we're drawing. So the last step of detail with your pencil is you're just going to go into the ears and add a couple of details in your ears. So I'm going to do a curved line on both sides like that. Curved line. I'm going to do a little curve like that. A little curve like that, and then another one here. So I'm going to first of all trace over all of my pencil line, whatever I have left. So I'm going to trace over my pencil line. And I'm also going to add extra details. So I'll go ahead and trace over my eye here, making sure I leave a little bit of white to make it look like there's light shining in and it brings him alive. Then I'm going to add some hairs in my eyebrows, making those really strong, dark eyebrows that MLK had. I'll do the same thing on the other side. And just go ahead and add all those details in. I'm going to give him just a little bit of an eyelid by sketching a line above that eye. And making sure I really darken those nostrils so you can really see them stand out. Still kind of sketching my lines. I'm going to just continue to go over all of my lines, but you'll notice I am going to add a couple of other details to add some shadow, to add some depth, to make this drawing look more realistic. So now I have everything traced, and I'm going to add my own details now. So I might add a little line here for the curve of the nose, and then the rest is really up to you. I like to kind of go back in with my pencil and add some shading and shadow, just like we learned in some other lessons. So I'm going to just add some pencil lines to spots where I know there might be shadow casted on his face. So I know we talk about how the upper lip usually has a shadow casted from the nose. So with a pencil, I'm just going to go in and darken the upper lip, darken right at the bottom of the nose. I might add some shadow with my pencil on the side of the nose. And any places where you know your face has a shadow to make it look more warm or more deep, more round, not warm. So I'm going to add some shadow on the cheeks to show that he has some cheekbones. Remember, we also talked about to make something look round in art, or to draw something that looks like it has depth or roundness, you want to add shadow to the edges of your artwork. So that gives the illusion that your picture is more round. So I'm just going to add some pencil strokes on the edges of his face. So even up here as well on the edges, and that makes it look like he has more of a round and three-dimensional face. I'm going to add some details. And this part's honestly pretty up to you. You can choose where you want to add the shadow. You can copy me, or you can figure it out on your own. I know inside the ears might have a little shadow. And you can also take your finger, like we did in our other lessons, and blend that pencil to give a really nice soft look to those shadows. And another reminder is to make sure you use your pencil lightly, because if I push too hard with my pencil, it will be really difficult to blend with my finger. You can also use a Q-tip to blend, like you guys have practiced with me before. Something that we have forgotten, or I have forgotten, is the hair. So he has dark hair, and his hair is more curly. So instead of just filling the whole thing in black, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do little curls with my Sharpie. So I'm just doing some circular shapes to give the illusion that his hair is more curling, and I'm gonna fill the whole hair with these curls. Alright, so once you are finished drawing this picture, please remember to take your Sharpie and sign your name in the bottom corner. And we are going to be saving these pictures for the next lesson, so make sure you keep these in a safe spot. Next class, we are going to be adding more details. We are going to be doing the background and finishing this project up. So I hope that you guys enjoyed that lesson. Please let me know if you have any questions at all. Remember to take a picture of this artwork and upload it to your assignment, or you can also email it to me. And I hope you guys really try your best on this to honor Martin Luther King, to show your respect, and to just show that this is such an incredible, important person that has shaped our world. And I want you guys to start thinking about how you want to shape your world. How can you make an impact for the future? And that's what we will continue to talk about next week. So good luck, everyone. I miss you all, and I hope you guys have fun drawing this picture.